Welcome to Rewrite Her Voice, the podcast that takes a bold and compassionate look at the inner critic living rent-free in your head. You know the one. She's judgmental, perfectionistic, and never misses a chance to tear you down. But here's the truth. That voice isn't truly you. Each week, we dive into an honest conversation with powerful stories and practical tools to uncover where that inner mean girl came from, why she shows up, and how to rewrite her script. It's time to reclaim your inner voice, break the cycle of self sabotage, and speak to yourself with the kindness and strength you deserve. If you're ready to stop letting your inner mean girl run the show and start showing up as your most authentic, empowered self, let's go. Hey, sunshine. Today, I want to reframe some emotions we often try to get rid of as quickly as possible. They are unpleasant. We don't like them. We want to shove them in a corner somewhere. Overwhelm, burnout, and anger. So many women come to me asking, how do I stop feeling this way? But what if the better question is, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Because your emotions are not random. They are actually information. And when we listen instead of resist, something shifts. Let's start with overwhelm and burnout, the brain's alarm system. These are not personal failures. They are signals from your brain. Your brain has a job to keep you safe from discomfort and from outcomes it sees as threatening. When you're overwhelmed, your brain is saying, "Ooh, this is too much, too fast, with too little support. I can't do this. Somebody stop." When you're burned out, it's saying, "I have been doing the things for too long. I have been in survival mode for too long and I can't do it anymore." Overwhelm and burnout often come from the brain trying to avoid discomfort or disappointment or failure, letting someone down, not being enough. Here's an important truth, okay? Overwhelm and burnout are almost always connected to boundaries, either with others or with yourself. So instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" try asking, "Where am I overextending? Where am I saying yes when my body says no? Where am I expecting myself to function beyond my capacity?" Your energy is not unlimited, so it's time you stop pretending it is and protect it, because your energy deserves protection. Now let's talk about anger, the guardian emotion. Anger is often misunderstood, especially for women. But anger is rarely the root of the emotion. Anger can be a sign of fear, a boundary violation, unmet expectations, or a perceived injustice. Anger shows up when something inside you feels unsafe, unheard, or unprotected. So instead of shaming anger or acting it out impulsively, start by taking 90 seconds to let the chemicals of anger flush through your body. Take a deep breath and then try getting curious. What boundary has been crossed? What expectation wasn't met? What feels unfair or unsafe right now? Anger isn't asking to be eliminated. It's asking to be understood. And when you listen beneath it, anger can guide you towards safety and clarity. Here's something to think about. What if you treated your emotions the way you'd treat a tiny human having a meltdown or getting hurt at the park? You wouldn't yell at them for being overwhelmed or getting hurt. You wouldn't shame them for being tired. You wouldn't tell them to just get over it. You would get down on their level and find out what's happening, right? You would help them to name the feeling. You would help them to soothe the body. You would figure out what they need and you would help them feel safe again, right? So why do we deny ourselves that same care? How much gentler would your inner dialogue become? How much safer would your bad days feel? Your emotions deserve care, not criticism. Here's a simple framework you can use when emotions feel heavy or disruptive. Number 1, identify the emotion. I want you to name it without judgment. Just name it. Identify what's underneath. Fear, exhaustion, a crossed boundary, grief. Ask what you need. Do you need rest, reassurance, help, space, a conversation? Then make a realistic plan, not a perfect one, okay? A doable plan. And here's the key. Your plan needs to match your current season. This is not the season to demand more from yourself than you can give. Stretch, yes, but do it with kindness. Growth does not require cruelty. Your expectations should flex with your capacity. Some seasons are for building, yes. Some are for maintaining, and some are for resting and healing. All of them are worthy. When you treat your emotions with gentleness, they soften. When you listen, they guide. When you honor your limits, your nervous system feels safe enough to heal. You don't need to fight your feelings, you need to care for them, just like you would a tiny human, with patience, presence, and love. You're not failing. You're responding to real signals. And learning to listen, that is wisdom. Now remember, just like always, you are enough, you are worthy, and you are loved. And I want you to go say those things to yourself in the mirror. Yes, right now. Go say those things to yourself in the mirror. You are enough. You are worthy. You are loved because it is the truth. Until the next time, my sweet, sweet friend. Love, Rach. Hey, my sweet friend. Thank you so much for spending time with me today on Rewrite Her Voice. If you loved today's episode, will you hit that subscribe button for me? And be sure to share it with a friend. If you're ready to quiet your inner mean girl and step into your own authentic voice, I would love for you to join me inside our Cultivating membership. Until next time, remember, you are enough.